Warning, the sounds you are about to hear are from four nobodies who may or may not be under the influence of alcohol. Material on this podcast is not suitable for children, the elderly, a priest, your therapist, any company gatherings, your mama, or those easily butthurt. Now take your drinks, raise them high, and drink them dry. 4 to many for life. Cheers, F2MFers.
Sometimes I drink too much, sometimes I get too drunk, but every time I wake up I think to myself I love being hungover.
Handshake.
Okay. So, first up, if you have not been around and you've not watched the news in like the last 24 hours, what?
The berry one. Please.
I'm trying to do my thing. Hold on. Just asking for one.
Look at me like that.
Hold on, guys. Sorry. My story.
Are you?
Probably not.
Are you sorry?
No, not really.
That's.
Guys, I'm just
We
giving you
fucked them
whatever
up.
I grabbed. I don't know where the berry ones are. Sorry.
What is that? Citrus?
Yep. All right. So back where I was at. Brittany Griner and what's his name?
Ooh.
Wow.
Victor Bout.
Victor Bout.
Like I'm about to whoop
He looks
that
like a
ass.
porn star.
The Russian arms dealer,
He's fucking drugged out.
which was also named, what was his name? Killer, what was it?
Killer Kowalski. He was,
Yeah,
a wrestler.
right,
He was a wrestler. But he was
Anyways,
one of those wrestlers.
he had a nickname that was like the machine or something. I don't know, can't remember. But anyways,
Not the machine.
it's like something about, him being our gun dealer. So, anyways, moving on from that. If you haven't watched the news in the last 24 hours, Brittany Griner was locked up in a Russian camp, a work camp. She got caught with a weed pen back some months ago, right? Probably 3-4 months ago, right? Or has it been longer than that?
Maybe 6.
I think it was like May.
Well, okay, so around summertime, she got caught. Unfortunately, she was in the middle of between the whole Ukraine-Russian-American thing that was going on. Well, more Ukraine and Russia.
Yeah, I was about to say.
But
in Russia.
America was involved, and she was there, and they were like, hey, let's get her. So if you don't know who she is, she's a big 6'9" WNBA player. There's been a big push to get her back. Different basketball stars, celebrities that are wanting her to get her out. But the problem is that Russia was not giving up on getting this Victor Bout out. Victor Bout is a very, very bad man. He sold a lot of weapons to a lot of bad people, and they've killed a lot of people with these weapons that he sold. He's one of the biggest arms dealers. So America finally said, well, I guess if we can only get one American back, at least we'll get an American back and they can have him. The problem is a lot of people all of a sudden... Megan, I'm here.
Sorry.
Hi.
Sorry.
Just kidding.
I was just seeing what it said on the can. It says 21 and up, except for Puerto Rico.
Okay, what are we doing here, Meg?
Sorry.
All right, so Megan's going to tell the rest of the story.
Go ahead.
You have something for the class?
Yes. Anyways, so basically what's going on is there's a big uproar. All Americans right now are like, what the hell? We got her back. Not all. Some are happy, some are not. We got her back, and there's a certain Marine that is in prison over there. He's been in prison for probably, at least 5 years, right? He's got a 16-year sentence. I think it's at least 5, if not more. It might even be, I think I remember hearing like 8. So I think he's already done like half of the sentence. But he was, what's that word? Espionage?
Espionage?
Yeah,
Look
I'll
at
make sure I
you.
say it right.
I mean, you've been
He was
you
doing
know,
some
butchering
crazy.
everything else,
He's been
so.
doing some crazy things, but with some overseas, intelligence and stuff like that. So people are like, he's a Marine. We should have got him out before Brittany Griner. So, guys, I want your guys' opinion. We'll start off with... We're just going to go around the room here. We're going to start off with... we'll leave Sox for last. I'm just kidding, Sox. We're going to go with Dez. We're gonna pop off with Dez first. And
Dez
then,
is the voice of reason.
Yeah, Dez is going to give us the realistic reason why we did not want to get this Marine out. Or we...
Well, it's not a want. It's like... So... When you deal with the charges, look at what the charges were. You say, oh, we have this American that's in here for espionage. We have this American that's in here for drug trafficking, when it was really just possession. I mean, we handle something that would have got a legit slap on the wrist to somebody that's a minor celebrity, right? So something that would have been a slap on the wrist here, to get in labor for,
if anything at all.
Yeah, she probably got let go here, especially.
And you have espionage, which to them is going to be serious no matter what way you shake it. I know people get upset because this is a Marine, but if we want to then pull rank because you're saying, oh well, Brittany Griner said what she said.
But they're totally two different
But,
charges.
I mean, if you want to say... Yeah, they're totally two different charges. That's already the reason why it's happening. If you want to say Brittany Griner is such a bad person, you're talking about somebody that was dishonorably discharged. So they're both not perfect.
Yeah, we can't sit here and Brittany Griner had... A lot of people don't like Brittany Griner from things she's done in the past. And more people don't like... It's not what she got caught for. Most people are like, "Oh, that's stupid. She got arrested for that." Like, it's what she did in the past.
No, I don't feel like she needs to be over there. But I bet she likes America now.
Well, that's where I was going to. Like, so she said some things, and she was doing a lot of the not protesting, but not kneeling for the kneeling for the
anthem.
For the anthem and stuff like that. So that already put a lot of like non-American bias on her, and a lot of people were like, "Well, you didn't even want it. You were kneeling for the anthem, but now all of a sudden you need America to come get you and rescue you because they got your ass over there and they're treating you like crap." So that's where it draws a lot. I think the whole Marine thing was like, I think people just heard Marine. They didn't know his story. They didn't know why he was locked up. They didn't know that he's not...
I didn't even know he was an ex-Marine until you told me. I just said, why are we, rescuing? Right. And then I realized it's two totally different charges.
And I think a lot of people, from what I've researched and read about it so far, is there was nobody else. They weren't going to let her out. Unless they got Victor Bout, they were not going to let her out. And they couldn't. It wasn't a bargain. It wasn't like, okay, well, what about all the other Americans in there, or what about any? They weren't. It was strictly her for him, and that was it. They were only giving up her because, really, they were using her as a pawn. They didn't really want her. They didn't really need her there. They were just using her a pawn to get what they wanted. They wanted Victor Bout over there. They want him in their camps or whatever.
But I just feel like if they never caught her, do you think they would have gave up the other guy for him?
No.
I wonder that too.
No. He's staying there. He's never coming out. He's going to do his 16 years, and who knows what will even happen after that.
We would have been talking about trying to grab another
Because that dude was over here for how long? Almost. I mean, a while. So that would have been a done deal years ago.
Yeah. Yeah, Victor Bout. We've had Victor Bout for a while, right? I think he's been caught for some time. I think it's been some years. I know it's. I don't know if it's longer than him, but I know we've had him for a little while.
2018.
Oh, so you're still talking 4 years.
So
do you think they're gonna keep him in prison over there, or do you think they're gonna let him go free?
I mean, I don't know how their sentencing is. I don't know what.
Because obviously Brittany's good to go. Like, she's free. Nothing's
obviously
happening.
She's free. They got they're with this foreign affairs stuff.
Oh, they've had Victor Bout for a long time. He was big in the late 90s and early 2000s.
So he's been fucking 20 plus years.
That's another thing. You got to look at this. A lot of people are like, Victor Bout was like the world's, craziest armed dealer. Dude's been out of the game for probably 20 years.
So that means now he's crazy and he's going to make a bunch of nukes.
Well, who knows what he's going to do? Who knows what he's going to do, and who knows if he even has... You got to remember, this dude probably had his own squad and had his own team. Are they going to back him now? But who knows how long Russell's going to do.
So what was he doing?
I don't...
He was making the weapons?
No, he was selling. So he was like... He was supplying, like, overseas armies with like, thousands of machine guns and well, those machine guns kill a lot of people. I mean, it's not
civilian people.
Yeah, a lot of civilian people got killed.
No, I'm not saying like.
So
he should. Yeah.
He's a very bad guy. We can't take that away from him. He's a very bad guy.
I just would hope he stays in prison over there and not like they're not just gonna let him.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna be like, hey, like.
What was his sentencing?
I don't know the whole story behind him. I just know
That's fine, sir. I'm asking.
I know he's 55 years old and he was big in the late 90s. Early 2000s.
Does he still look like that now?
Oh, and by the way, his nickname is Merchant of Death.
Okay.
So,
we need to let him go to Russia, and hopefully he would go to...
2003 is when he was caught. So.
Well, let's just hope that he goes...
They say how many years he got?
Yeah, I was wondering that too.
No, it just says in 2003 he got caught. He's 55 years old. His
he got
status
sentenced
is
to 24 years.
24 years.
So 24 years. So he's pretty much about to be out.
To fucking, he was basically running up to his
20. Yeah.
due date.
He's almost done. Literally.
Yeah, he's almost done. Because if he got caught 2003, it's 2000.
25 would have been.
25
right?
Is when he gets out, right?
I would have let that.
But does that carry out? Now the real question is, does that carry over to Russia? Like
or
American
that's my point. Like, will he
like,
even go?
So he'll have to go through a whole new trial system, right?
Yeah, he's gonna have to do what.
Yeah, he's gonna be like, just get me here.
They're gonna.
Because he still could be.
Okay, you got caught in America, and this is what happened in America.
But you can be held accountable for whatever you did here.
This is what we would have given you. So.
Right.
Yeah,
so we're gonna give you 70 years, and you only served, 20.
But,
that would suck for him.
And also, even if he finished his sentence here, he would have got shipped right back over there because he's not a fucking.
So right, so either or he's
right.
So either or he's gonna.
So actually.
I would have let her rot. Fuck
yeah, so actually on November 2nd, 2011, Bout was convicted on a jury in Manhattan federal court conspiracy to kill
Manhattan?
To kill U.S. citizens and officials, delivery of anti-aircraft missiles, and providing aid to terrorist organizations, and was sentenced to a minimum of 25 years imprisonment. Because of the
he deserves to get a whole new sentence over there then. He needs
So I'm thinking what Des is, they're going to want to get him for the crimes that he committed in Russia.
Yeah.
So he could serve a whole nother term.
He could spend like a whole nother 50 years. Yeah. Who probably will never get out.
Which 55, you probably never see.
Light again.
No.
Yeah, but like if it was, it depends on how serious. Like if you got.
That's what I'm saying too.
Record, how serious it is over there? Because if they're like, oh no. If they would have let him out, he would have just got out and been free.
Right.
No, we got to get him from them before he gets out. Yeah. That could have been their whole thought process.
Oh, that's a good point,
that was
too.
probably the thing, too. Like, hey, he's about to get out on the American side because we can only hold him to what we charge him for. So they were probably going to be like, hey, you're about to let this dude just run.
Like
run
he's about
wild.
to start killing.
It's like, hey, we're letting you go and friggin'...
That's a good point.
So... They got him. They're going to do... I'd be interested to follow up on this to actually see what happens to them. You want a beer or you want a holiday?
In like 3 months.
So.
Nah, fuck that. Give me one of those other things.
This one's good. The berry.
Nah, I don't want it.
So yeah,
Orchard.
I think, like I said, a lot of people just want to stick their nose in things and get out there and act like, America, like... lost the trade. There's been a lot of memes, and I get it. Like, a lot of people have hate for Britney or whatever, but in the sense of crime, she really didn't do anything that bad.
No, and I mean, like, as much as I would like to be like, hey, but at the same time, like, she didn't deserve that. Like, but you also have to like think about it too. Like, for her, not only just her, but for other people, like. Going forward, like, you guys really need to, like, before you go to another country, like, really study their laws because, like, we have it really good here. Like, people don't really realize that. Everyone who hates America right now, who are still living here, like, don't realize, like, how good we have it when you go to...
I think you need to be more careful.
You need to be more careful. You need to study their laws before you go over there.
I don't know why you still have a fucking vape pen in your fucking bag when you get on a motherfucking airplane.
Right, that too. Like,
because
you weren't going to Amsterdam, bruh.
Yeah, like, I think what it is people like have, and you know, in America she's able to have that and probably wouldn't have gotten in trouble. You know, the place that she didn't want to stand for the flag, but I really hope this was an eye-awakening. This was a moment for her, like, okay, you know what, I relied on America, and we had it amazing because they didn't just imprison her, they put her in a camp. Look, this is how bad some of these people have it in Russia. There's work camps. And I don't know if you ever watched Stranger Things, but in the beginning of the new season, what's his face is in. What's the sheriff's
Ruin it for me. I never seen it.
Yeah, you'll never watch it in your
Hopper.
lifetime. Hopper was actually captured by the Russians, and when it first opens up, I don't want to ruin anything, but they show him in one of the Russian prison camps.
all right, yeah, stop.
But,
They're just
anyways,
digging holes and shit.
yeah. So they work and they bust their ass, and they don't get no leniency.
So, pretty much what we're saying is study the laws before you go out of the country.
The one thing I do think that's fucked up that they did to her was when they moved her over there, they wanted to make sure she was a man or a woman, so they fucking...
What?
No, they made her fucking strip.
Are you kidding?
Yeah, that's what's fucked up.
Yes, they did. They were being dicks about it. I mean,
Yeah.
they really were, like, because they were doing it
That's
for.
so wrong.
What do you think these fucking
But in
asshole
those
Russians were
countries,
doing
they're
when they
not-
went to
I know,
Ukraine?
I know.
And that's why you gotta, like, when you go in these other countries, and I know she was going to play basketball there because she has to go there to make money, because the WNBA is not gonna make her enough money, so she has to go
You
overseas
think
to
she
play.
goes back?
She'll never go back to Russia. I can guarantee that. She's probably
banned.
She'll
from
probably
there, to
never
be
do
honest.
it. She'll probably never do an overseas tour. I
I mean, that's PTSD. I wouldn't.
Why would you risk it again? Because
I would.
never risk it again.
I would
I'd
never
stay
go.
here.
I would never go out of country ever.
Yeah,
in my
I
life.
wouldn't
I don't
even-
even know if I want
Even
to.
if she wanted to go to like Paris or something.
Stay here.
Like,
But that's so
no.
crazy. Like
I mean, like, nah.
I don't think I would ever, to be honest. Like after kind of like hearing her story, I don't know if I would ever want to go over. Like
stay here and talk shit about the U.S.
I mean,
Like I don't think I would ever want to go out of country.
I think
that's
she really needs to
Russia,
change her
though.
mind about what she's
There's,
Russia's
going
a
there's
lot
other
worse.
countries that aren't Russia.
Russia's a lot. Israel's another one that's really bad.
I like kangaroos.
Do you like big
For
giant
sure.
spiders that are as big as your house? Okay, just making sure.
But I
I'm
mean,
fighting one right now.
but I mean, I'm just saying. I think people do need to pay attention. Your privileges that you have here in America,
You really need to count them.
you will
because,
not
like,
have them in the other countries. Unfortunately, I think she probably wouldn't have got what she got if Ukraine and Russia wasn't fighting and we weren't involved at the
I
time.
agree there.
I don't
too.
think that would have necessarily happened, but it was a perfect opportunity to use her as a
Yeah,
pawn.
you're right. I'll
And
give
they
you
got
that.
what they wanted out of it,
All
and
right.
it worked out for them, for Russia.
But we also have to think of like Des.
And I actually think it
Des made
worked out for the world because
We
I
don't
feel
know
like
what he
Russia
would've-
got this guy now. They're gonna and they'll lock him up.
And I
forever
really
or
didn't
whatever.
think about that, but Des really made a good
That's
point.
why I wanted
like,
Des
maybe Des
because
was
Des thinks outside of it sometimes, not
yeah,
just
and that's
like.
a good
And a
point.
lot of people just out there on the social media, all they heard was Marine.
Yeah,
You didn't get the Marine.
he
out
did something
first.
bad. Like he,
But the
that
Marine wasn't
okay.
a good
That-
Marine. He wasn't a good guy. The Marine was a bad guy.
And I bet nobody knew what he did, what he was in there for. Or, I mean...
Just because you hear
care.
Marine, you don't think he's good. I mean, look at Priest.
It's red. I don't understand.
No,
Just-
I upgraded, baby. We got the fastest.
But like that's my point. Like just because you hear Marine doesn't mean they're good guys. Look at Priest. Look at Priest. Look at Priest. You think Priest, you think, oh,
They have
right
like,
under God.
They have like a 9%
I always-
conversion right now.
I gotta think about that, but I ain't gonna say.
Yeah, that's
it.
a different time. All right, so
That's
Study your
a
laws,
whole
people.
other-
Yeah, I say just study your laws, know what you're doing, know when you go into other countries. That and Megan's right though. It is a little bit scary. Like you do know,
don't
like
know.
if you do something overseas, like
it's the only time he's ever said right.
they're different. They got different rules. Like it would be scary to like get arrested over there. Like
Quit
what
trying
do
to
you
ruin
do?
my cruise, motherfucker.
Don't go on your cruise.
Stay
We'll
on the
never
boat.
see you
You have to give
again.
me like 19 pens. come get me, Joe.
Come get me.
Oh my god.
We in the water. We got too close to Russia.
I'll do the biggest
Yeah.
cannonball ever to get away.
All right, guys. Very good.
Stop it.
This was actually a last-minute change. We were going to do a different topic, and I won't say it because maybe I'll use it for another time. But I think this was a perfect time to talk about it. It's what's hot, what's going on, and I think it was great. You know, we know who won the draft. We know.
Got him.
Look, all week long, thought Dez was killing it.
Yeah.
Boom, 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 right out the gate. Then me and Megan,
Sean called his family.
me, Megan, and Sean all slowly. We kind of just slowly.
I know.
And then you got stopped, and I think I got one more, and then all of a sudden Dez got nothing else, and then all of a sudden Sean, doom.
I thought Dez
I'm
was
like,
gonna
come
win.
on.
But I thought Dez was gonna win before people
I
started.
to give them a shout out.
Got
I
it.
don't know.
I thought Dez was
It
gonna
sucked too
win.
because I put a like.
Honestly, from day one, I thought
What's
Dez. Before
crazy
people
is
voted.
like I put a lot of time in it. So on Monday, it takes me a long time because I have to make like 4 or 5 different graphics. I mean, I don't have to do that, but I do it on my own. But on Monday,
You're the best.
I'm sitting there like we weren't getting barely anything, and I'm like, damn, it sucks. And then I just have to let it go out throughout the week. But as the week went on, we got a really good turnout.
We're cute.
I'm really surprised with our turnout. So we thank you guys for voting and commenting on our posts. We appreciate it. The viewing is awesome. You guys are doing awesome. The actual draft one had like 20 some views, and I was like, oh my god, I was amazed by that. So,
Traction.
we're getting some traction. We appreciate you guys.
Good
Keep
job,
on growing. Remember,
guys.
if you watch us, tell a friend, share, let everybody know.
Telephone, tell a friend.
Yeah, exactly. Because that's how we grow, is by telling people. You know, say, hey, there's a funny
Right,
podcast.
make our
All
little
right.
community grow.
All right, so moving on to the next one.
Next.